Good day everyone, here I am again, Sir June, and welcome to our online Math-Aralan.
In the learning continuity plan of DepEd, there are 4 learning modalities. These are face-to-face, blended, distance, and homeschooling. There are 3 types of distance learning. They are online learning, modular distance learning, and TV radio-based learning. Under online learning, there are 2 types, the synchronous and asynchronous. And in today's session, our topic is all about asynchronous teaching in the new normal. Let us first define what is asynchronous. According to the article written by Elizabeth Track, a professional writer and blogger, asynchronous means not keeping time together. It refers to students' ability to access information, demonstrate what they have learned, and communicate with classmates and instructors on their own time. Students don't need to be in the same classroom or even in the same time zone to participate. While asynchronous teaching refers to remote teaching style that allows the teacher and students to interact on their own schedule. In addition, Track enumerated some tools that can be used in asynchronous teaching. These tools allow the teacher and the students to interact on their own schedule, such as recorded presentation, such as slideshows and videos, email, discussion boards, social media groups, and collaborative documents in the cloud. The teacher could create a Facebook group where he uploads video while the students as members of the group could comment. The comment could be in the form of a question, of an output, or asking assistance from the teacher on a certain point. We can also contextualize this type of online teaching. The teacher may record how a certain process or steps should be done as supplemental to the module that DepEd Central Office will provide. In this way, instead that the students will be reading process or steps in the module, they will watch the video that the teacher will provide. But the students cannot provide comment on the video because it is provided to the student through USB or transfer on CP. Now, how could interaction between the teacher and the students be done? It could be done through students' outputs where the teacher will provide feedback on what should be improved in students' output and what they should do if their output is wrong. The challenge is that the feedback would take time to be provided to the student, but I believe DepEd will provide us on how we should provide feedback to our students as often as possible. If there are challenges in using asynchronous teaching, there are also benefits that we can get from it. Still, according to Track, the most obvious benefit is flexibility. It allows the students to balance family, household chores, and school lessons in a way that works for their schedules. Today, I will be showing you a sample asynchronous teaching in mathematics. This video is supplemental to the module. It shows only the discussion part of the lesson and the module will still be used for exercises and evaluation. In this lesson, the content standard is the learner demonstrates understanding of the 4 fundamental operations involving fractions and decimals. The performance standard is the learner is able to apply the 4 fundamental operations involving fractions and decimals in mathematical problems and real-life situations. And the learning competency, the learner adds simple fractions and mixed numbers without or with regrouping.
Good day everyone, I am Sir June and welcome to our Grade 6 Mathematics online class. And today our lesson is all about adding simple fractions and mixed numbers.
Yesterday, I went to the market to buy some kilograms of meat and fish. First, I went to the fish section and bought lapu-lapu that weighs 1 3/4 kilograms and one piece bangus that weighs 1 1/4 kilograms. Then I went to the meat section and bought 2 2/3 kilograms of pork and 2 pieces of chicken that weighs 1 1/2 kilograms and 3/4 kilograms respectively.
I would like to know if what is the total weight of the fish and meat I bought. Our task is to find the total weight of the meat and fish I bought.
Let us start by finding what are the given facts or the things I bought. I bought fish and meat. For fish, I bought lapu-lapu that weighs 1 3/4 kilogram and bangus
that weighs 1 and 1/4 kilogram. I also bought meat, a pork that weighs 2 and 2/3 kilogram, 2 pieces of chicken, one weighs 1 and 1/2 kilogram, and the other one weighs 3/4 kilogram. Now, let us find the total weight of the fish I bought by adding the weight of the lapu-lapu and the bangus. So we have here the fish. The lapu-lapu weighs 1 and 3/4 kilograms. Then let us add the bangus that weighs 1 and 1/4 kilograms. This is equal to n. Now let us separate the whole number from the fraction. We have here 1 kilogram and another 1 kilogram. So 1 plus another 1 kilogram equals 2 kilograms. Let us set aside this whole number. Remember that separating whole number from a fraction doesn't work most of the time in subtracting fractions because there are times that we need to regroup. Let us add the fraction. Our fractions are 3/4 plus 1/4 equals. You will notice that our fractions are similar because they have the same denominator. We have here 4 and another 4. So let us copy the common denominator and let us add the numerator, 3 plus 1. Let us copy again the denominator and let us add 3 plus 1 equals 4. Now you will observe that the numerator and denominator are the same. Now if you encounter in this kind of fraction, this is equal to 1. If you divide 4 by 4, then it will give you a result of 1. So 1 kilogram. This is true in all fractions that have the same numerator and denominator. Say you have 100, number 100, this is also equal to 1. So let us now find the total weight of the fish. So up here our whole number, the 2 kilograms, and 1 kilogram here, which is the sum of the two fractions that we have added. So 2 plus 1 equals 3 kilograms. Therefore, the total weight of the fish I bought is equal to 3 kilograms. Let us now find the total weight of the meat I bought. I bought pork that weighs 2 and 2/3 kilograms, and one of the pieces of chicken that weighs 1 and 1/2 kilograms, and another piece that weighs 3/4 kilograms. This is equal to n. Just like we have did in the previous, we will separate the whole number 2 and 1. So 2 kilograms plus 1 kilogram is equal to 3 kilograms. So let us set aside this whole number. Remember that separating whole number from a fraction doesn't work most of the time in subtracting fractions because there are times that we need to regroup. Then let us add the fractions. Our fractions are 2/3 plus 1/2 plus 3/4 equals n. Now, in this case, you will notice that our fractions are dissimilar. So over here, the denominator is 3, another denominator is 2 and 4. So they are dissimilar. So what we're going to do is to change these dissimilar fractions into similar fractions. So in order to do that, we have to find first the least common denominator, or the LCD. And in finding the LCD, we will find the least common multiple, or the LCM. I will show you two ways on how to find the LCD, or the least common denominator. So over here, the listing method. The second method is the prime factorization, or the factor tree. So let us start with the listing method. Our fractions are 2/3, 1/2, and 3/4. So the denominators are 3, 2, and 4. So let us write here 3, 2, and 4. Then let us determine the multiples of 3, 2, and 4. Let's start with 3. So we have here 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. In 2, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 4, we have 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. This time, let us identify the common multiples among 3, 2, and 4. So 3, there is no 3 here. 6, we have here 6 and another 6, but in 4 there is no 6. 9, there is no 9 here. 9, about 12. 12 and another 12, there are only 2 12s, but we can have another 12 here if we add another multiple of 2. And we have here 12, 12, 12. So therefore, our least common multiple is equal to 12, which is also our LCD. This time, let us try to use the prime factorization. Okay, so let us write here the denominators. Since 3 is already a prime number, so let us just copy 3. 2 is also a prime number, so let us copy 2. And 4, the factors of 4 are 2 and 2. Let us write down in column our denominators: 3, 2, and 4. The prime factors of 3 will be here 3, 2, we have here 2. Let us write here 2 because they are not the same. Then 4, we have 2 2's. We have here, we write here 2 because they are the same, and another 2 here. Then let us bring down 3. Then bring down 2. us bring down another 2. Now let us multiply. 3 times 2 equals 6 times 2 equals 12. Therefore, our LCM is equal to 12, which is also our LCD. This time, let us change the dissimilar fractions into similar fractions using our LCD. So let us write here our fraction. Our first fraction is 2/3. Second one is 1/2. And the third one is 3/4. Our LCD is 12. This time, let us divide our LCD by the denominator. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Then let us multiply this by the numerator. So 4 times 2 equals 8. Let us do the same with the second fraction. 12 divided by 2 equals 6 times 1 equals 6. And the next fraction, 12 divided by 4 equals 3 times 3 equals 9. So this time, they're already similar fractions because they have the same denominator. So let us copy now the common denominator, which is 12, and let us add the numerator. So here 8, here 6, and 9. So let us here 12, 8 plus 6 plus 9 equals 23. You will notice that our fraction is improper fraction. So we have to change this to mixed number. So how are we going to do that? So let us divide 23 by 12. So that is 23 divided by 12. How many 12s are there in 23? There's only 1. So this is 12. 3 minus 2 equals 1. 2 minus 1 equals 1. So therefore, our answer is the quotient is 1, which is the whole number. Our remainder is our numerator, and our divisor 12 is the denominator. So therefore, the answer is 1 and 11/12 kilogram. Now, how to determine if the fraction is already in its simplest form? So there are 3 ways to determine if a certain fraction is already in its simplest form. Number 1, if the numerator of a certain fraction is 1. Number 2, if the GCF of the numerator and denominator is also equal to 1. And number 3, if the numerator and denominator are consecutive. So therefore, our fraction is already in its simplest form because they are consecutive. So let us add the whole number that we have set aside earlier plus the result of the 3 fractions that we added. This is 1 and 11/12 kilograms. So this is equal to, let us add the whole number. 3 plus 1 equals 4. And let us copy the fraction. So therefore, the total weight of the meat I bought is 4 and 11/12. And finally, let us find the total weight of the fish and meat I bought. We have here the fish plus meat equals n. So the total weight of the fish I bought is equal to 3 kilograms plus the total weight of the meat is 4 and 11 kilograms. So therefore, the total weight of the fish and meat I bought is equal to, let us add the whole number, 7, and let us copy the fraction. So therefore, the total weight of the fish and meat I bought is equal to 7 and 11/12 kilogram. This is how we add simple fractions and mixed numbers. This time, I want you to go back to your module and open it on page 13 and answer exercise number 1. And answer exercise number 2 as your evaluation on your notebook.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have gained some idea on how to do asynchronous teaching as supplemental to module. But this video takes time to be prepared. It needs, of course, a lesson plan. You have to do recording and finally editing of the video. On the other hand, I know that some of the teachers are techy that this style of teaching would be easy for them. And in order for you to receive a certification that you have participated in this online material capacity building, please comment your name and how this video helped you be prepared in the new normal of teaching on my YouTube channel. Again, this is Sir June saying thank you very much till our next session.